In this video, I'm gonna be showing you the cabinets that I use and why I think that they'll be a good choice for you on your projects as well. Stay till the end because I'm also gonna show you something that you can be doing to protect your new construction homes and potentially even be saving you money. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also hit the bell to be notified for every time we drop a new video. I've helped many people in my coaching program become much more profitable and efficient home builders. They make less mistakes because I show them some of the tips and tricks that we do in our builds. You will be surprised at how such a little change can make a big difference. Today's day 87 of this project, and what's pretty cool is we got the finishes going in. We're gonna take you through a walkthrough and show you all the different things. The other big thing is, on day 87, we have a 21-year-old. So Kylie, my daughter, who's a project manager over here, is now 21 as of today. Happy birthday, Kylie. So in this house, we decided to use basically a Chinese cabinet. They're a knockdown cabinet. They come in a box, and the guys over here are assembling the cabinets and then installing the cabinet. So it's easier to get them here this way, less expensive, but honestly, these cabinets in most cases are much better than a lot of cabinets that companies are putting out there. I would say the only big difference is you're gonna have an import ply versus a domestic ply, being from either Canada or the US, so you're gonna see multiple plies here. I've been putting these types of cabinets in now for over 10 years, and I've never had any problems whatsoever. They're always gonna be solid wood. So if you look at a assembled cabinet over here, the face frame is wood as well as the sides and back. Every piece of this is wood. A lot of cabinets that you're gonna wait weeks and weeks, 6, 8, 9 weeks for, this is gonna be MDF or particle board versus a ply. So in this unit at the front door, we decided to put some type of drop zone here. We don't have a coat closet in this house. I mean, we've got something in the back. It can be used, but it's pretty small. But a lot of people like these like drop zones in a mudroom area. We're putting it right here at the front door. We're gonna make this look pretty. It's gonna be, built out, have a bench on here, recess the wall in, some cubbies so you put shoes down in here. This right here is gonna have a finished wall panel. Kind of looks like a bead board, but it's all finished when you purchase it, so that we'll put inside here. It'll be like a lighter color wood, and we're gonna paint this black, and then up top we'll have some boxes to be able to put some in with some hooks, so you can put some coats on here, scarves, whatever you wanna put in here. I went ahead and laid this out and designed it of how I want this done when the trim carpenters get here. So we got the boss, the designer here, going through, making sure, checking her selections, make sure everything's good, there's no adjustments that need to be made. And also, even though she already has all the selections like the final flooring, the paint, countertops, all this stuff, if she needs to pull a quick audible by looking at this, this is the purpose and reason why she's here right now. I'm standing here in the master shower, and we had to make a quick audible and decision on this because this particular tile, we literally have every bit of it that exists. So I guess it's a discontinued tile, and we literally had just enough to finish this. He's got enough to do these caps. We are gonna have to put a seam, not my preference, that was wet. Not my preference, but it's fine. We're gonna have one seam here, one seam here, one seam here. I don't like to put seams on this type of space, but it's gonna be fine. Everything's waterproof, sealed very well. But what we did is we didn't have enough for the bench. So the audible, Christy took a look at it, and what she said is, why don't we take this floor tile here and put it just on the bench? And as you see, I think it complements very well. It's gonna look good, and we don't have to worry about trying to figure out what else we're gonna do with not having enough tile. Because the other option was to not do this wall or to run a piece vertical versus horizontal. And I think it would have thrown off a lot when you're standing over there looking at this with the pattern. So sometimes you have to get creative on what you need to do to make your finishes work with materials. If you feel like this video has been informative and it will help you on your next build, then make sure you hit that like button. I want to hear from you, so drop a comment below. I want to hear about your thoughts and maybe any kind of questions that you may have. Your comments matter to me because it helps me make these videos even better, so don't hold back. So an important lesson, something that everybody should be doing on every single job site is one. So our project manager, every single time they come over here, every single day, take pictures of like the outside or anything that has changed from day one to day two, as they come over here. So they'll take a front picture just to document everything that's going on in the front, everything's fine, nothing damaged, all that stuff. I'll tell you why we do that. For one, for billing purposes. If someone turns in a bill early, not within our pay period time, somebody in the office can go back and document, hey, yes, they had the drywall finished at that time. Because we'll have times where they'll literally turn in a bill and they haven't even started yet. And instead of having all this communication back and forth, we do have where the project manager approves all the bills to make sure everything's done. But by the time they get it, it may already be done. So we're trying to avoid them billing before they actually do the work. So we would just want to check and balances. Like that's one reason. Another reason could be thefts, damages, different things like that. So the other day I came over here and I noticed right here that my siding work and trim is damaged. And so I went back to my project manager and I said, hey, look at your pictures and see, when do you think this happened? Number one. Number two, I have a camera that's right here. We have it on every single one of our job sites. They're solar so that you don't have to worry about charging them. They're Wi-Fi compatible. You don't have to worry about having Wi-Fi. You get a service. One service will service all of your cameras as long as they're on one account. So we have multiple cameras that are on one service. So we have this camera. So the first thing we did is looked at the front pictures. Okay, we narrowed it down to what day it happened and then went back in the cameras to that day, and guess what we found? We found the plumbers, when they did the water and sewer, they had a big ditch right here. So they had a ditch, going around the corner. After they got the inspection, they filled in their ditch, they backfilled everything. Well, he had a piece of equipment, a mini excavator, right here that came up and hit my trim. So now we know who it is. Because if I didn't have this, and we didn't spend 15, 20 minutes trying to figure out who did it, then guess who's paying for that? I'm paying for this. But instead, this is gonna be a back charge to the plumber, and they're gonna be paying for this. So lesson learned, to make sure that you always have cameras on site and you document every single time you come on site. It goes in your project management software. That way there's multiple reasons, like I mentioned, and this is one of them. As you see, the garage doors went in, and this is an insulated garage door. Why did I choose an insulated garage door? Pay a little bit extra, it's a couple $100 more to have a double wall with the insulation in there. Is because not all of the space above here is living, but I do have some living space above this, and it is the master bedroom. So anytime I have any kind of living space whatsoever above the garage, I will make sure that the door is an insulated door. So we are in the winter, and it ends up being wet a lot of times and muddy and gets out in the roads. So you got to make sure that you maintain your roads so you don't get any kind of fines. You can be fined by the city for having mud in the roads, especially when you get wash off and it goes into the stormwater. This isn't so bad. I'm not too worried about it. It's not like clumps and clumps of mud, but we're getting ready to have a bunch of rain the next couple of days. Maybe it's gonna wash off. At some point in time, I'm definitely gonna have to clean this street, get a street sweeper, street cleaner. They'll come, and what they do is they just kind of blast water and kind of clean off the street. So you gotta make sure that you keep your streets clean. If you feel like the information in this video is informative, will help you make your business more profitable and efficient, then reach out to me at info@homebuildingbp.com and let's have a conversation to see if we're a good fit for each other. And I'll see you on the next video.